There comes a time in everyone's life when the world seems to go silent, when the people you counted on walk away, when every effort you make ends in failure, and no one sees the pain you carry. You smile in front of others, but inside, you're breaking. Your dreams, crushed. Your confidence, gone. And in that moment, quitting feels like the only option. But I want to ask you something. What if that breaking point is actually your turning point? What if everything you're going through right now is preparing you for something greater? Something that only fighters like you can survive? This isn't just a video. It's a wake-up call. A reminder that you were never meant to give up here. Because deep down, beyond the fear, beyond the failure, there's still fire. And if you still have fire, you still have a future. So don't scroll away. Don't click off. What you're about to hear might just change how your story ends. When dreams are mocked. Arif grew up in a dusty little town where dreams were considered distractions. His school was small, the streets familiar, and the people painfully realistic. Becoming a writer? That wasn't a dream. That was a joke. Arif, just 15 at the time, carried a tattered notebook wherever he went. He'd write under trees, on rooftops, even during class breaks. But instead of encouragement, he got laughter. His classmates teased him, saying, "Writer Barnega, are you out of your mind?" Even his teachers told him to focus on something real. At home, it was worse. His father, a hard-working mechanic, once ripped up his notebook in frustration. "This writing won't pay the rent," he shouted. Arif didn't respond. He simply picked up the torn pages and started writing again. One day, he submitted a short story to a local competition. It was called The Boy Who Didn't Quit. A week later, the results were announced. He didn't win. He didn't even get mentioned. That night, Arif sat on his rooftop, tears in his eyes, whispering, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just wasting time." But something inside him wouldn't die. That same night, he opened a blank page and wrote just 4 words, "I'm not done yet." Those words became his anchor. He began writing online, anonymously. He joined forums, posted his stories on free platforms, and slowly, very slowly, people started noticing. A stranger from another city messaged him, "Your story made me cry." That one message? It healed years of wounds. His dream wasn't dead. It was just waiting for him to believe in it again. When failure feels final. Years passed. Arif kept writing. Late nights, tired eyes, aching hands, but his heart was on fire. He self-published his first book at 22. He called it Fire in the Rain. He printed 100 copies using money he saved from tutoring kids. He carried them in a duffel bag, going from bookstore to bookstore. Most said no. A few agreed, but placed the books in dusty corners, never read, never touched. 1 month later, he checked the sales report. 3 copies sold. One of them was his own. It broke him. He stared at his reflection in the mirror and whispered, "Maybe it's over." The voices returned, louder this time. "You're wasting your life. No one cares. Just quit." The silence of failure was deafening. He didn't write for 6 months. Depression crept in. Sleep became rare. Smiles became fake. His world dimmed. Until one day, an old man approached him outside a bus stop. "Are you Arif?" he asked. Arif nodded. The man held up a wrinkled copy of Fire in the Rain. "My grandson tried to take his own life last year. He read your book and decided to stay." Tears filled Arif's eyes. That moment shattered every life failure had whispered into his soul. His words mattered. His pain had meaning. He wasn't just a writer. He was a lifeline to someone. From that day, he didn't write for fame. He wrote for one person, the one who needed to hear, "You are not alone." When you become the inspiration. By 30, Arif was a published author with 5 best-selling novels. But none of that compared to the hundreds of letters he received from people whose lives his words had touched. He once stood on a stage in front of 2,000 students. They had all read his latest book, The Edge of Giving Up. As he looked into their eyes, he didn't see fans. He saw versions of himself, young, unsure, hurting, but still fighting. During the Q&A, a shy teenager stood up. "Sir, I lost my parents in an accident last year. I was ready to give up, But your story made me feel like maybe I can keep going. Arif didn't respond with advice. He stepped off the stage and hugged the boy. That hug lasted longer than applause. Later that night, Arif wrote in his journal, "I used to think my pain was punishment. Now I know it was preparation. Every moment I didn't give up was a seed. And now, those seeds are trees giving shade to others." That's the beauty of not quitting. You don't just save your dream. You save others too. If you're still watching this, you're not someone who quits easily. Deep down, there's still a fire inside you. No matter how small, it's still burning. Don't let it die. Your story isn't over yet. Maybe you're in the toughest chapter, but the best pages are still ahead. Like this video if Arif's journey touched your heart. Comment below, "I won't give up." Share this with someone who's close to quitting. Let them know they're not alone. And most importantly, whatever you do, don't give up.